Okay, so today Joe Biden calls Texas governor and Mississippi governor. He compares them to Neanderthals. This is this is the kind of rhetoric that leads to a civil war. So it's dehumanizing, and Joe Biden knows that it's dehumanizing to call someone Neanderthal. So the bigger implication is that anybody that disagrees with them and their science is now a subhuman. And yesterday I talked about how maybe there was some hope that things could be done without violence, but I don't think so because already you're seeing the responses from like Ted Cruz, okay? And Michael Moore said insulted Texas. Ted Cruz and I talked about this. Ted Cruz already jumped to no gasoline for you. So that's the kind of stuff that's going to lead to this. It's going to lead to violence because red areas are going to. It's going to be a tit for tat thing. I hope people can realize that this is the path that we're heading on. And it's only going to get worse because I also bring up this HR 1. So HR 1's going to make it so HR 1 would prevent election officials from maintaining accurate voter lists and make it harder for them to determine if voters are registered in multiple jurisdictions. Automatic voter registration. Same day voter registration. So you won't be able to determine if a voter is even eligible. It's all plans so that they're never going to lose. So I think that, you know, like I said yesterday, we're not being represented. We're not going to be represented because they're going to change the rules until it becomes impossible for anybody that they don't want to win. And this is just where we're heading. It's going to be a one party rule. Completely. There's going to be no dissenting voices whatsoever. But that's just where we're heading. So I think that we're in serious trouble. People need to wake up. And then here's this. People think that civil war isn't going to happen. Look at this. And really think about it. Pentagon eyes plan to intensify social media screening and military background investigations. So anybody who's not loyal to the Democrats is going to be purged out of the military. And that's where we're heading. So now it's going to be, they're already preparing for it. They are preparing for it because they know that there are people in the military who will not just fall in line and would not want to be a part of that would actually fight back. They know that. So, by ensuring that everybody that they disagree with is purged out of the military, they just ensure that they're going to be able to throw the full force of the military at this when it happens. That's just my personal belief, but it it definitely seems that way because they were terrified of the remember those pictures of the National Guard with no magazines because they were terrified that somebody might take a shot at them, you know. But it things are going to be next few years are definitely going to be interesting. I hope that things are going to calm down, but it doesn't seem to be going that way. It seems that they're getting ready for this. You know, the dehumanization of your opponents. That's been happening for a long time. It's been happening since, back before Trump won the first time. The deplorables, and it's dehumanizing. And it's been going on that way for some time. You know, why do you think they call everybody Nazis and racists and this and that? Because what's the worst thing you could be? You know, Nazis were the best example of pure evil that you could possibly think of. And they always try to, like with the CPAC stage when they try to say it's some Nazi symbol or some nonsense. I wouldn't know because I never paid attention to what their symbols are or any of that. And most of the Nazi symbols were stolen from something else anyway. Like the swastika was taken from the Hindus or something. So, or how about the recent one with Amazon where they tried to say that the little piece it's supposed to represent a little piece of tape, but they said it was a Hitler mustache. It's like, no, it's a box with a piece of tape. People got some pretty wild imaginations. But, you know, Tate Reeves, governor of Mississippi, said Mississippians don't need handlers. As numbers drop, they can assess their choices and listen to experts. I just think we should trust Americans, not insult them. I hate to break it to Tate Reeves, but Joe Biden thinks you're subhuman. And their efforts to try to purge the military of people that would actually oppose them, that's we're heading for some serious escalation. The days of when they were talking about the drone strikes. You know, maybe that's what they really their end goal is. It definitely seems to be that way. But I don't know. I think people just need to start getting ready for this because it's not going to get any better. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.